Hello, this is Srikanth. Here we are with Asvin. We are going to talk about our album Variyaan. And I'll first
Hi.
introduce you to Ashwin. Over to you, Ashwin.
Hi, Srikanth. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah,
Surviving. So,
great. Once again, meeting you virtually.
yep.
And we are both in different parts of the US. I'm in San Jose, California. Well, I met Srikanth through a common friend, Madan Rangaswamy. And we met because, Madan thought there was a synergy between what I do and what he does. And I'll explain what I do. I'm a UI UX designer. That's my bread and butter. But in the context, I'm a comic book publisher. Been doing it for 13 years, and created a lot of IPs. And one of them, most significant one that happened for me, is The Village that got picked up by Amazon. It came out as an Amazon series in 2023. I mean, it's a graphic novel to a live adaptation, first from India to happen. And but Srikanth and I met for Variyaan, what you see in the logo that you see. So
Yeah.
Variyaan is it's like a what if situation. What if Cholas had their own superhero, and that 2000 years ago, when the words superheroes were not used, and Varyan is a word that was coined by me. It comes from the word vari, which is stripes, which is the most significant and salient feature of a tiger. So Varyan is roughly translates to one, the striped one, this, one with the stripes. So this is the origin story, the comic book that I'm creating. And I reached out when Srikanth and I met, I asked him if he can create a theme music that I can play and introduce and have it played when I promote the comic book. That's how it started. But then one thing led to the other. Shrikant wanted to create an entire album, and he has all the experience of creating albums, putting lyrics and all that things together. And what Shrikant wanted from me is that, hey, what is this high points of the story, the situations? Over to you, Shrikant.
Yes. So that's how it's all started. When we scored that, the theme, right? It was very intriguing. And it's been my dream to do something historical. Reason being, once again, I would bring back A.R. Rahman, right? Is Jodha Akbar was always a very attractive thing when he did history, right? And then I saw this Ponniyin Selvan, right?
Mm.
Which is also a historical that happens during Chola Empire. And I went to the IMAX like version of it, and the mix was simply mind blowing. Like because I know you like AR pays attention to these things. Like meticulously, he has done something in that, and that really attracted me. And that's when my dream started. I have
Mm.
to do similar historical stuff somewhere, and I started harvesting that idea in my head. Somewhere we have to find somebody who is doing something historical, and that's how this happened. It all happened. Universe linked us probably. I don't know. So he told me that. Then I learned about Variyaan. Very, very interesting. When somebody comes and tell you a superhero story, I was not very attracted. Then he told me it is happening in Chola Empire. Wow, this is very interesting. Let's do this. That's how it started. Then we looked at high points, low points in the story, and I was able to identify songs where we are going to have it, and came up with a structure saying that okay, we are going to do songs with different genres, moods, and emotions, and
Right.
and express them with a story.
Yeah.
And this enable the reader to link to this world of Varyan. So that was the intention. Music play was the word that I use. We are not talking here. We are going to express everything by reading yourself in your own mind, and music will help you to enhance the whole thing. So that's
Mhm.
this album is all about. That's how it started. And the beauty is all the music you will be hearing is all played by human beings. There is no AI music or anything. Completely played live instruments with some very good international artists and Indian artists local from India, Chennai. Some of them are based here in US, some of them based in South America, some of them based in Europe, right? So it's a very worldwide production, a lot of efforts, and most of the recordings were done remote monitoring, sitting like this on a Zoom call, trying to explain by musicians. That's how it went. It's a great big effort, and musicians are very amazing, very, very talented. People are uniting, including Ashwin. His story made us do this. So that's where we are now. That's the very quick story of why this happened.
In a world we are talking about pan India. I think Srikanth is creating a pan world music.
Yeah, we
Yes.
can tell that, but I don't want to tell that.
Pan
Yeah,
world
it's
team at least, so
yeah,
right,
it's a very yeah world team these days, right? Musicians work across the world.
right.
Music has the same language. Music is the language. Music is the language, right? So it's good. So
Wow.
now coming to this album, right? The way we have done it, initially we began that we thought we'll just release it as album. Then music video has been always thing, right? Whenever you release a single these days, people expect a music video. And to make a music video, you will have to be really rich and money is needed, right? And we are not there. We are not. I'm telling you, we are all nimble producers, very nimble producers. Frugal with everything, like frugality, right? As is very, we keep it very low because we can't afford. We can't afford given the bandwidth time we have is limited too, right? How do
Hmm.
you do this, right? So initially we tried some shots. We did shoot something. Not happy because comparing to big wigs names and all, because historical has to look colorful, beautiful,
Yeah.
attractive, right? It's not easy. So that's when we started experimenting with artificial intelligence, where at that moment, maybe 8 months ago, platforms were coming out for drawing pictures and frameworks were out there.
Hmm.
That's how it started. And Ashwin started on his end too, because he's the man who is going to visualize the kings and the queens in the story, right? How they look, what jewelry they wear, what armory they have around them, everything he has to envision it, and he was envisioning it, and we were able to generate pictures. First started, we have a process which I'm not going to talk about it today. Maybe somebody can hire us if they want to talk about that, definitely. But there's a process we have established very clearly with the AI, and I will let Ashwin speak a little bit about this. And then I'll come back and I'll talk about how we integrated AI into this video, song video, and how did we edit it with voice overs and other
Yeah.
things.
Sure, sure, sure. Like Srikanth had said, a year ago, I don't think we could have imagined to have created what we are creating right now with, music. It's a marriage between music and the AI video, I mean, while I'm giving Srikanth the raw files, Srikanth is actually stitching all the videos together, and along with sound and music and everything that you're gonna see, which you're gonna experience in the next few days. So and in terms of creations of of this videos and everything, it's all based on LLMs and models and understanding. And maybe a year ago, a year and a half ago, all these models understood European world but not Eurocentric world, but not, and then slowly it got better with the Indian, but particularly South Indian, that was a challenge. And that is something I created certain models between a couple of AI tools and created what works for the world of Variyaan, and also that is still going to be our secret sauce about how we created. And but then over to the story, which is told both in the comic book and as well as in the musically by Srikanth with his beautiful singers. Is It's a story that is set 1,000 years ago with two generations, the grandfather and the grandchild. And then so this is going to be a story of victory, losses, story of separation. And talk about separation, I think Srikanth will tell you more about it.
Yeah. So the first song is about separation. It's not a sad song. It's an emotional song. Here, the heroine of the
Longing,
subject
right? Yeah.
longing. She's longing. The heroine of there is a war that breaks out,
Mhm.
and heroine she doesn't know where her husband went. Probably he's been arrested, taken away by the enemies. He's alive, sure, that's there, but she's not aware where he is, what happened to him. She's not aware. So she just escapes the land where she is. She goes into hiding somewhere. And
Mhm.
the thing is, she's pregnant too. So the song is all about asking, my life is like this, and my husband, where the hell he is, right? Who is, and though he's been arrested, he's a king, right? He's going to bounce back. She will think about the generations will come back, rescue him. The song talks about all that, and it
Mhm.
it ends that, yeah, there is the daylight after a dark night. That's the story, right? After the
Yeah.
dark things that happen, we are going to have a daylight coming out soon. The next generation or something will pick up a lot of story happens there. So the song is stitched like that. And this song was written, lyrics was written by Udaya Korandevelu. He's my buddy based in Bay Area, and Udaya and I have been working for 20, 30 years now. Many songs we have done together, and we have never met. Do you guys believe that? I have never met Udaya in person. We always talk
Uh,
on phone for about 10 hours a day and talk football to whatnot, but I've never met this guy and he has not met me. And we didn't have that issue at all, right?
mhm,
So whenever I visit Bay Area, he's not around, and whenever he visits East Coast, I'm not around. It's been like that. So Udaya wrote that, and the vocals was by Charu Kesi. Charu Kesi is based from Chennai, a
uh-huh.
place back in Chennai. So, right, she is in Chennai, my hometown, or even Ashwin's hometown. We are
Right.
from Chennai, so she's from Chennai, and these are the two key people in the song. Other than I
Mhm.
composed it. Then we have got instrumentalists. Uh, all the instrumentalists, we are using ethnic sounds, right? We need sounds, very sounds that happened thousands of years ago. How do you think, right? So a lot of instruments, a lot of percussions and things, and the typical instruments like bass guitar, everything. And all my musicians are from South America. Some of them are from South America. Brazil, for example, my bass guitarist Andre is from Brazil.
Mhm.
Amazing, amazing, amazing musician. And similarly, there are many amazing musicians coming from Europe and here from US, some of them, sound engineers and whatnot, and editors. People are
Right.
from here. So this is the team. We
Uh-huh.
did that, and then came our AI video. That's where the journey started. Fantastic journey for both Ashwin and I, and I started venturing into that,
Right.
generating images. That's where we began.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it has been a blessing because, as Srikanth said, we are people who work frugally, a shoestring budget, and yet we are supposed to create a very rich world which will draw you, enamor you. So in order to bring that to you, and AI has been a very helpful thing. And as I also said, it's a story that's set 1,000 years ago with two generations.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
you will, with the story, you will see a mix of superhero genre, human emotions. There is a granddaughter, there's a grandfather, husband and wife, both in both the generations, and also you will see the the Chola Pandya rivalry. You will also see the you know our own Tamil myth, because it's unique to Tamil culture. Kumari Kandam is used here. In this story, we are calling it Siru Kumari because only the leftover is there, and the king, Virendra Chola, travels to Kadaram on his conquest. He finds this island, and through that, he discovers one of the ancient gods named Variyaan, who is the son of Shiva and Parvati. And this, what's special about Variyaan? Variyaan is almost the mirror image of what Narasimha is for Vishnu. In this case, we have a god with Shiva's body and a tiger face. And there is
Yes.
a song dedicated to that as well. Srikanth will talk about it in a, maybe
Yes.
in,
In
it's
future videos. In future
future.
videos, we'll talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing, right, in Variyaan, this album, I wanted to say is that, right, we want to raise to the occasion, right? Whenever I'm an independent musician, right? So when you look at the music industry, especially in India, South India and all, right, we are always compared to the film genre because film genre is very rich, fantastically rich, right? Because the reason is there's a lot of investment. That is when you have good investment, you'll get good skill sets to do things, right? Talent is brilliant. That's why we can't go near them because if you want to go near them, you need to invest money, right? So this has been always running in my head. How do you do it? Try to raise to the occasion at least 50% of what movie industries are up to, right? Do try that
Right.
and cost reduction, cost cutting, nimble. These thoughts are because being coming from engineering and IT, right? We
Mhm.
always think how to reduce the budget, how to keep project running smoothly, blah blah. Same thoughts, right? So I would say AI has changed that equation dramatically. I think
Mhm.
this is going to go somewhere as we even for our small scale, this looks brilliant on my big screen, right? I do the score watching on a huge screen, like the resolutions are all like stunning sometimes, right? So it's going to go somewhere. We are probably the This is the first step for us. Maybe next song might be better than this. I'm hoping. And the best part is low budget.
Right.
And I'm looking forward for that to see how people react to this things that we have really put effort. And talking about video, right? Ashwin will send me the clips based on the stories. We both discuss, and I'll tell him that I need a clip A and B, and we'll model it. He'll
Uh-huh.
send me, he'll generate it with tools because he's running some of the tools on his end. And I will get the clips and we'll sit and edit it. And I'm
Right.
one of the editors. I have other editors, but I'm one of the editors sitting it and putting it fully end to end. And the journey was something even others don't get to enjoy. And working at 12 o'clock, you go to office in the morning, work the whole day for your office, come back in the evening, do your exercise, work out, say hi to family, and just spend 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day editing these things are all journeys. That industry has been good. That's what I would say. So this is where we are. So maybe next few days we will talk to the singers and lyric writers and
Right.
others, and we will talk more about these things as we progress. But it's going to come out soon. Maybe by end of this week or a little early Monday. We are looking at our social media, how it is working, the feeds, right? Statistical and data driven, right? So when the data is peak, the stock market is high, or we'll sell it probably at that time. So that's where it is right now.
Keep your eyes peeled for this channel. Announcements will be coming very soon about the release date.
Yeah. Anyway, Ashwin, thanks. This was good talking, just introducing Variyaan to the world. And it's a very interesting book, and you guys should go and order it now. It is available online at Yali, right? So maybe I will add the URL here on the description. Try to read the book. Encourage comics. Comics is something wonderful. And I'm a comics fan, and I've been reading comics all my life, starting from Tamil comics, Irmukai Mayari, right? My days, back days when I was young. They were very good comics. Then we went into the Western world of asterisks and obliques, and those things are pretty entertaining to me. And now Varian really was very interesting when I started reading comics, right? So it's a good world to be in. And one day we are hoping to make this as a full movie. So let's see. With that, I think I'm going to close this conversation. Anything you want to add, Ashwin?
No, I think we covered everything.